There we go. And then we will get cracking. All right. So you can come and sit on your mat. If you need a block or two or folded up blanket to sit on, you can do that. So welcome to this evening session. And I thought we would have a little focus on space. What I realized with going on holiday is that sometimes you need a little bit of space in your life. And when you create a little bit of space that is out of kind of routine or kind of your normal day-to-day happening, you get quite a lot of inspiration and a kind of creativity as well. So what we want to do with our practice tonight is not just warm ourselves up for everyone who's freezing cold in Cape Town, but to also create some space within so that we don't have to go on holidays to feel that sense of inspiration and creativity. We know that we can come onto our mat and create space within our bodies. So that is where we're at today, what we're going to be looking for. And again, as usual, you go to your own ability. If anything's uncertain or unclear, just leave it out, adapt it to suit your current needs. So sitting nice and comfortably in whichever way works for you. And then we will start off by allowing our eyes to close. And bring yourself into the space that you are in. So noticing the support underneath you, your mat and the support underneath the mat, the texture, the temperature of the floor. And notice that it is solid, stable. And allow yourself to release down into that stability. Feel as if you can allow yourself to surrender somewhat. And as you inhale, allow your spine to lift and lengthen naturally and easily. And then sigh the air out as you exhale to relax the shoulders. Bring the hands into a mudra or a position that you feel comfortable with. Adapt, adjust, make little changes to the hands, the fingers, the arms, so that the shoulders feel at ease. Allow the corners of your mouth to turn up. And take 3 slow, smooth breaths in and out here. Slow, smooth, steady breaths. Feeling that on the inhalation, there's a sense of expansion from within, and on the exhalation, there's a gentle release. Lovely. And with the focus or with that breath settling now, set an intention for your practice this evening and allow the intention to be somewhat in the line of creating space within, if it's within your body, if it's within your schedule, your calendar, if it's within kind of your family structure. So just setting an intention of creating a little bit of space. And then from there, when you are ready, bring the palms of your hands together, rubbing them. Cupping them over your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. And slowly out. And again, rubbing the palms of your hands together. Really getting them warm, 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 warm. And then cup them over your eyes. Look into the darkness this time. Allow the warmth to penetrate your eyes, gently re-energizing them. And then blink your eyes a few times, getting used to the light, moving your hands away and shaking them out. Lovely. Welcome to everyone else who's arrived, bringing it into shoulder circles. Karen, I know you had your hand raised. Was there anything you wanted to say? If there's anything I need to know, you can unmute yourself and let me know while we do our warm-ups, or you can always pop it into the chat.
All good. Thank you.
All good, Karen. Perfect. Excellent. Great. All right. Changing direction, making sure you've gone both ways, and then inhaling, reaching the arms out to the sides, interlocking the fingers, turning palms of the hands up, and as you exhale, taking yourself over to the right side, inhaling back to the center, exhaling over to the other side. There we go. Continuing with that, a few more rounds dynamically. As we exhale over to the right, inhale to the center, exhaling to the left. Lovely. One last round to each side. Noticing how you're opening up the sides of the body. Inhaling back, and as you exhale, release. Super. Stretching your legs out, give them a good shake. And rotate your feet, working into the ankles. Rotating the other way. And then point and flex a few times. Lovely. Let's warm up into the hips. Sitting comfortably, taking the knees a little apart. And then from here, we're going to take the knees over to one side and allow the opposite buttocks and hips to lift back to the center and changing. Feel that there's a little kind of twist, squeeze into the waist. So we're going to allow the movement to be a little faster than usual because it is colder, so we kind of just get to get a little bit more warmth and heat building up. There we go. And releasing. Super. Turn the arms out in front, rotate your wrists and your hands. Keep going. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to be sneaky and I'm going to make Pierre a co-host just in case I happen to disappear. I'm going to ask her to then just help with continuing. All right, so we're doing a few rounds in each direction. You can flick the fingers. And then from here, we're coming straight onto our knees. If you need something soft to put under your knees, you can use a soft pillow, a blanket, a towel, anything like that. We're going to be starting off warming up with a few rounds of the mini salute to the sun. So starting on your knees, feel that the buttocks can rest comfortably onto your heels. If starting on your knees doesn't work for you, remember that you just start up on your, on your haunches. Palms of the hands come to the heart center, closing your eyes, connecting with that intention of possibly creating space, openness, and aliveness within your being. And then when you're ready, on an inhalation, drawing yourself up, using the thigh muscles. Very, very gentle back bend. We're still warming up this evening. As you exhale, round into Chakravakasana, your cat stretch. Inhale as you bring yourself into a neutral position, tuck under your toes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Keep the knees nicely bent. Maybe cycle them for a few breaths here. Relax the neck and the head. From there, inhale, release the knees back down onto the mat, release the feet. opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding your spine. Now keep the abdominals engaged. Inhale, use the abdominals to lift your arms, a very gentle back bend, and exhaling, coming back down. All right, if you are brave enough to take off your socks, if you've still got them on, you may want to do that. If you need to keep them on to keep the feet a little warm, that's fine. Just be mindful of not slipping or sliding. On the next round, inhaling as you draw yourself up. Exhaling, coming down, rounding your spine as you do that. Inhale into neutral back. Tucking under the toes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Keep the knees nicely bent and start to cycle the feet here for a few rounds of breathing, warming up into the back of the legs, warming up into the back of the knees, feeling the stretch through the Achilles tendons. When you're ready, on an inhalation, release the knees back down, open the chest, release the feet. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, engage the abdominals, lift up. You might want to go into just a slightly deeper back bend. Exhale with control, slowly, slowly, slowly bring the buttocks back into your heels. Inhaling, coming up. And we're going to continue moving to the rhythm of our breath. You move to your breath. On your inhalation, neutral, tuck under the toes. Exhale, staying up for maybe a little longer again, maybe cycling, maybe holding, seeing what works for you. When you're ready, the inhalation brings you back down, opening up the chest, exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, lifting up, gentle back bend. Exhaling slowly down with control. Perfect. We're doing 2 more rounds, inhaling as we open. Exhale as we round. So you've got the sequence, neutral, and you can just move to the rhythm of your breath. It's sometimes lovely to close the eyes and just feel the sense of opening, the sense of lengthening through the arms, through the back, getting the sitting bones high. On the next inhalation, release the knees down. Making it smooth, easy, and simple for yourself. Nothing too complicated. 1 more round in your own time. And this time when you're in your downward dog, you're going to stay here and see if you can maybe hold the posture. Feel that you can spread the fingers and that it feels as if you're pushing your mat forward. Feel that you can lift the sitting bones up towards the ceiling, keeping the knees bent. And then once you've got that beautiful long spine, think of pressing the thigh bones back towards the wall behind you. There's no need to straighten the legs or ease the heels towards the mat. Rather keep that beautiful length and integrity of the spine. On your next inhalation, you are going to step your right foot forward, bringing the foot through the hands, releasing the back knee down. There we go, lovely. And then we're going to rock. Oopsie. So if you need to, you can keep that soft pillow under that left knee. So sending the weight forwards, releasing down to that left groin, and then releasing back. You can flex into that foot. Working into opening up into those hips, the back of the legs. I just feel that you don't need to press down into the back knee. You're kind of keeping it soft so that there's no strain or discomfort as you kind of rock back and forth. All right. Once more. The next time you're forward, stay forward, hold it there, settle down into it. You can release your back toes now. Engage the abdominals And if it feels comfortable, if your body is happy with it, if the chest is happy with it, draw the arms forwards and up. We're not going into a full back bend, we're just lengthening more forwards and up so that we're going to try and keep the beautiful long spine. Press down through the foot, lengthen through the arms. Feel as if you're able to draw the shoulder blades down, lengthen through the sides of the neck. Keep gazing straight ahead. You can smile, feel the balance. Feel as if you're trying to squeeze your inner thighs towards each other or towards the center line so that there's activation. Keep breathing. And then as you exhale, release the hands, tuck under your left toes, push up and back into your downward facing dog. And notice how the right side feels compared to the left. And then we release that right knee down to the mat as you step the left foot forward, or you step the left foot forward and then you release the right knee down. And from here we'll play a little with coming forwards, releasing down and opening up into that right groin, and then flexing that foot and really feeling a gentle stretch through the hamstrings. Don't feel that you need to force or strain in any way. Again, it's still early in the class. Again, it's still cold out there, so you don't want to be kind of rushing into postures. Getting a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth forming. And you'll notice that with time, as you keep going, you kind of soften into it. You might not necessarily feel like you're going further, but there's more of like a softness to the body as it does the movement. And the next time you're forwards, staying there, you can release the back toes. Feel like you can push down through the shin, ground down through the left foot as well. Inhale as you reach the arms forwards, up, lengthen. Make sure you're not going into a back bend, so you're lengthening more forwards and up. Engaging the abdominals, feel that you're able to squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. So there's a lovely activation. There's a bit of warmth and heat building. Reaching into the fingers as you gently draw the shoulder blades down, back of the neck along. So that you can breathe into the chest. Allow the corners of your mouth to turn up. Watch that you don't collapse yourself into the posture. There's still a lovely lifting up. So as much as you're pressing down into the earth, you're reaching up towards the sky. As you exhale, gently release your hands. Tuck under your right toes. This time, as you lift your knee, you're going to step that right foot forwards into Uttanasana, your forward bend. Staying here, holding the posture for a moment. Relax the neck and the head down so that you can ground down through the feet. So spread your toes. Check that you can see the mat between the toes. And now we take it into Utkatasana to come out. So we're going to drop the buttocks a little, lift the gaze, inhale, bring the arms forwards, pressing all the way up. And exhale, releasing, bringing the arms out to the sides and down. Super. Right, now that we're standing, we'll get cracking here. Having the feet a little wider than hip width apart, knees nicely bent, moving into those figure of eights. One of my all-time favorite kind of standing postures. This is great, and we should all be doing this every day, especially for those of us who are standing or working in front of a computer. So just getting up and doing a couple of figure of eights or some funky dance moves every hour or so to create a little bit of space in our bodies, in our minds, is always a great thing. Back to the center. From where you are, You can have your feet together or even a little apart. Spread the toes nice and wide. Let me step back a little bit more. From here, you're going to inhale, you're going to reach the arms out to the sides, you're going to bring the palms of the hands together. As you exhale, leaning over to the right, going as far over as you feel comfortable. Feel that you continue to press down through the feet, lengthening through both sides of the body. So you're not dropping down into one side, you're keeping both sides long and releasing across from there. Your chest is all gently. You can always slip the hands behind your head if you find that it is too strong with the arms straight out. Sometimes our shoulders are a little tired and sore, and we just slip the hands behind the head instead. Inhale back to the center, whichever variation you're doing exactly the same to the left side. So either arms, hands behind the head, or stretching and lengthening through the arms. See which version feels most comfortable for you tonight. Breathing here, holding, lengthening. Excellent. Inhale, bring yourself back to the center. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Closing the eyes for a moment, just step the feet a little apart. Samasthiti, the pose of attention. Having transitioned from being down on the ground to standing. Noticing how it feels to again have opened or be opening up the sides of the body. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes again. And then from here, we're going to take it into a little forward bend sequence, forward bend squat sequence, coming towards the back or 3/4 of the way back on your mat. From here, having the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and really focusing on pressing down through those feet. Soften a little into the knees and activate the thighs so that the legs feel strong and sturdy, like they can hold you. Keep that activation and keep breathing easily. Often when we activate, we clench and we tighten and we forget to breathe. So can you have activation in the legs? Can you have a little softness in the buttocks? And can you still breathe very easily and very freely into the chest? So there's stability, there's structure, and there's space. On the inhalation, the arms extend forwards and up. As you exhale, Uttanasana, your full forward bend, extending forwards and down, coming all the way down as far as you feel comfortable. Squat, Utkatasana, dropping the buttocks, releasing the arms forwards, pressing down through the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up. And let's release the arms out to the sides and down. We're going to do 3 more rounds, inhaling as those arms rise up. Exhale into Uttanasana, your forward bend. If you need to bend your knees to keep the length through the spine, please go ahead and do so. Release the neck and the head. Utkatasana, your squat to come out. You're squatting as deeply as your body is comfortable with. Exhale, reach into the fingers, palms of the hands up to shoulder level, and then palms of the hands down. Inhaling, noticing the life, the space that you're creating in those shoulders and those arms. Gentle engagement of the abdominals as you release down. Releasing the buttocks in the direction of the mat. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling out to the sides and down. One last round dynamically, and then on the following round, we're going to hold. Again, noticing that with the strength in the legs, you're not losing the contact and the grounded aspect that you have with those legs. You should start to feel that there's a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth forming, and you're really lengthening and pressing down through those arms. Last round, and we're going to be holding it. On the exhalation, as you extend forwards and down, you're going to hold the posture, not your breath. And from here, we'll work with a bind. So you can use your index finger and middle finger, slip those underneath your big toes, and then gently close the bind with your thumbs. All right, so now that you've got that bind, draw the chin into the throat, feel the back of the neck lengthening. Feel that you can gently lift, whoopsie, the buttocks up towards the ceiling. And then from there, feel that you can release the chest in the direction of the thighs. And allow the elbows to move out to the sides as you begin straightening and opening into the back of your legs. Holding it here, breathing. Smooth, slow, steady breaths. Lovely. Release the belly. And then from there, dropping the buttocks down again. Inhale, use your squats to come all the way up. Exhale, releasing the arms out to the sides and down. Back into Samastiti, your pose of attention. Feet are a little apart. Shoulders are relaxed. Breath is smooth. Notice where there is a sense of aliveness. Notice where there's a sense of warmth. Notice how the blood is pumping through those arteries, through your veins. When you're ready, you can open your eyes again. And then from here, we're going to take the legs nice and wide apart. So they're a little wider than hip width apart. Remember, the sides of your feet are in line with the short parts of the mat. Toes are nice and widely spread. When you're ready, inhale, open the chest. As you exhale, you're extending forward and down. And then from here, we're going to release the right hand down onto the mat into the center. Bring the left hand into your waist or into your lower back and gently twist and rotate open. It is a very gentle, soft twist. We're holding it here. We're not going any further. We're not going to work too deeply into the shoulders just yet. Just noticing the inner thighs opening up. Noticing a bit of space on the left side of the chest. Bring your hand back down. This time place the left hand in the center. Lift the sit bones a little bit higher. And then bring your right hand into your waist or into your lower back. And as you inhale, twist open to the right this time. Allow your head to be wherever it feels comfortable. So if that means looking down at your hand, you can look down. If you need to look straight ahead, look straight ahead. If you feel it's most comfortable to look up to the ceiling, you can do so. So adapt and adjust with what works for you. Still feel that you are actively pressing down into the earth, not scrunching the toes though. So lengthen through the toes, press down through the feet, feel the insteps lifting. And that you've got weight through the heels and the balls of the feet evenly. Back to the center, bending the knees, bring both hands into your hips. Inhale, lift up with a straight back. And then from here, we're going to turn the right foot out to the right. Okay. And from here, all we're doing is we're going to be leaning over to the right with the torso and then back to the center. We're doing that twice more. Taking the body over and back and over and back. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale, bringing the arms up, reach into the fingers. You can look towards your right fingertips. And as you exhale, reaching into those right fingers and then bringing yourself back. Reaching into those fingers and heading back once more. Super. And now we add a little tilt. So when you're ready, taking a nice smooth breath in, press down through the feet as you exhale, reach into the fingers. You're going to inhale and hold it here. Then exhale, you're just going to tilt like you did a moment ago. Inhaling, coming back up, back to the center. Exhale, release the arms. Twice more, breathing in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, hold. Exhale, tilt. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release. Last time, breathing in. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, hold. Feel that you can breathe into your chest. Exhale, tilt comfortably. Inhaling back. Exhale, release. Awesome. Other side. Swiveling the feet over to the left. Ground down through the feet. Feel those insteps lift, stable, secure. Hands into the waist, and we're just starting with a little tilt over to the left. Inhale back to the center. Noticing how it feels on the side. Is there the same amount of freedom? Is there more? Is there less? Bringing the arms up, look past the left hand, and just reach into the left fingers and back. Left fingers and back. Sliding, sliding. And now we'll take it into a little bit of a movement. Breathing in as you exhale, reaching. Inhale, hold. Exhale, tilt. Inhaling, coming all the way back. Exhale, release. Breathing in. Hold as you inhale. Exhale, tilt. Inhaling back up. Exhale, release. Last time. Tilting. Inhaling back. Exhale, release. Super. Bring the feet in, walk them in and out towards each other. Bring the knees a little together, bend them, and circle the knees and the hips. Circle them the other way. Coming back up, take them a little wider apart. Move into the figure of 8 again. Just a little bit of dynamic movement, noticing if it's a little easier now that we've opened up and worked a little through the waist. Change direction. Keep it soft and light and easeful. Keep it playful. And we're going to move back into our posture. So taking the feet a little wider than hip width apart, about 1.5 meters, depending on the length of your legs. Moving towards Trikonasana, your triangle for the evening. We're going to turn the right foot to the right. You may want to angle the left heel back a little and the toes in. And just make sure that you are nice and comfortable. So we're going to be pressing down into those feet. And at the same time, we're going to be drawing the thigh bones up towards the navel. So make sure the apex of your triangle, your navel, is centered and stable. We're going to keep that center, that stability. And we're going to inhale as we draw the arms up. You can look past your right hand or the direction you're going in. Exhale as you gently reach towards those fingers. Tilt. And you're going to hold it. If that top arm feels uncomfortable, bring it into your waist. This hand is not leaning or holding or pressing. It is in front. We are using the abdominals to hold ourselves here this evening. So it's a very gentle kind of light Trikonasana. There's nothing complicated about it. We're not aiming down to get towards our ankle. We're not rounding ourselves to get in. We're just keeping ourselves nice and long, upright. Feeling our fire center, our abdominals working. Breathing easily, creating space, lightness, and openness. And the more you press down through the feet, the lighter your upper body should start to feel. Now you can start to circle that left shoulder a little, noticing how that feels, how much freedom and space have you got in that shoulder. Maybe circle it the other way. See my little tricks of the trade to make you hold your posture a little longer. Pause when you're ready on an inhalation. Bring yourself back up. And exhale, release the arms down. Close the eyes for a moment as you turn your foot forwards. Maybe compare how the right side feels to the left. And then same thing other side. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Turn your left foot out to the left. Angle your right heel back and your toes in a little. Feel that you're grounding down through the feet and draw the thigh bones up. Find the apex of your triangle. If you need to soften your front knee ever so slightly so that you can really engage the thigh, do so. Inhale as the arms lift up. Exhale as you soften into the shoulders. Reach into the fingers. Looking towards your left fingertips. Inhale, and as you exhale, gently lengthen. And then when you're ready, tilt. A nice, soft, easy triangle. We're not straining, we're not aiming for the mat. We're using our core strength to hold us here. And we're really focusing on grounding down through the legs. That top arm can come behind you when you're ready. That's it. Neck is comfortable, either looking down, straight ahead, or up. And then move into that right shoulder or the top shoulder. You can do small circles. You can do really large circles. Changing direction. So there's a little bit of movement as we hold our posture. Releasing, ground down through those feet. Inhale as you bring yourself back up. Exhale, releasing. From there, walk the feet in and out towards each other. And we move back into Uttanasana, your forward bend. So, having the feet together or just a little apart, breathing in, drawing the arms up. And now as you exhale, extend forwards and down. Releasing the neck and the head. We're going to place the hands onto the shins or even onto the knees, wherever you feel comfortable. The knees are slightly bent, the sitting bones are lifted. Feel that you can relax into the shoulders, relax through the neck. Now as you just gently press into the shins, you can allow the hands to start sliding down. Allow the back of the legs to lengthen and open. Super. Releasing the hands to the mat. Bending the knees. You're going to walk the hands forwards. You can lift your heels if you need to. Coming all the way down. Feel how those little toes are saying good evening. There we go. Right, and releasing the toes. Working with a little bit of breath and thigh strength. Let's see how this goes. Similar to how we started, on an inhalation, pushing down through the shins. You're going to bring yourself all the way up. You need to take yourself into a little bit of a back bend now, and then as you exhale, you're going to come down slowly, 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 and you're going to use the strength of your thighs to bring you all the way down. All right, we're going to inhale, coming up. And we're going to be sighing the breath out. As we come down. Twice more, breathing in. Nice long sigh out. Last time. Awesome. Now fun and games begin. We're going to be breathing in. We're going to exhale. We're going to come halfway down. We're going to inhale. We're going to hold it here. And we're going to exhale. all the way down. Slowly, 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 slowly. We do that just once more, breathing in as we come up. Gentle back bend, exhaling halfway down. Inhale, hold. Exhale all the way down. Good. One last round, and this time we're going to be breaking it into 3 steps. So when you're ready, inhaling all the way up. We're doing just one round. Exhaling a third of the way back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, another third down. Inhale, hold it here. Exhaling all the way down. Well done. And release. Give those thighs a little bit of a rub. If you feel them, you probably won't feel them tomorrow. You might feel them the next day. Do not send me a message. Super. All right. So from here, all we're going to do is just gently slip onto our abdomen just to stretch out the thighs. So it doesn't matter which one you start with. You're going to grab hold of your foot or your ankle, whatever you can reach. And you're just going to gently ease the heel towards the buttocks. And you're going to push the pelvis, pubic down in the direction of the mat. And you should get a lovely stretch through the front of that thigh. Close your eyes and hold it here as you breathe. Slowly release. And then we do the same thing on the other side. You're going to slip, grab hold of the opposite ankle and ease the heel in the direction of the buttocks. If you remember, if you can't grab hold of the heel or the foot or the ankle, you can always use a strap or a sock, or you just kind of hold onto your pants so that you're easing the heel in the direction of the buttocks, and you can feel a lovely stretch through the front of the thigh. Gently pressing the pelvis down in the direction of the mat. Smooth, subtle breaths here. And releasing. Lovely. You need to slip the hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, scoot yourself up using your cobra. Exhale, Mandukasana, your frog. Big toes together. Knees a comfortable distance apart. And you can rest the forearms onto the mat. You can hold it here. You can close the eyes. And you can breathe easily and comfortably. If you feel you want to release the chest down in the direction of the mat, you can do so. You can slip the hands under the forehead, or you can even reach them out in front. Whatever works for you. Allow yourself to surrender. Noticing where you've maybe created a bit of space or openness within the body this evening. Noticing any areas of tightness, any areas of resistance, just breathing into them. And notice how as you breathe into them, you massaging them with the breath, massaging the tightness away with your breath. 3 more easeful breaths here, slow and steady, releasing, relaxing a little further, a little deeper. Creating a little more space. Lovely. And then slowly release. Walking out of it, you can walk your hands towards you. You can bring the knees a little closer together. And you can lean back to drain the sinuses. Perfect. Right. So that's the end of our asana section. We're going to move into some pranayama. If you would like to put on jerseys, socks, if you would like to get a blanket and wrap that around you already, you can do so, as long as you stay nice and warm, that you stay nice and comfortable. We will be in a seated position, so if you need to sit on your block or anything like that, go ahead. All right. Perfect. So once you are ready, sitting comfortably, we are starting with a few rounds of our Ujjayi breath, our yoga breath. So from where you are, taking the attention into the back of the throat and listening to the soft rasping sound you create there. As you exhale, remember you can do your J breath on the inhalation and the exhalation, otherwise just the exhalation. Just make sure that it's not a nasal sound. Really make sure that the sounding is coming from the back of the throat. And if you need to just do a few breaths or breaths to get into kind of the zone with your J breath, do so. And just feel that you're able to settle into your seat. So feel that you're able to release the buttocks down into the mat. That your spine is lengthening, that the chest is opening, and that there's more space for the air to enter, and that there's more space for the diaphragm to rise up against and to help expel the air. As you work with your J breath, can you relax into your jaw and your cheeks? And we're just sticking with your J breath this evening, and you're going to count the lengths of your inhalation, and you're going to count the lengths of your exhalation. Each round, we're not adapting, we're not changing anything. All we're doing this evening is observing. So often we want to manipulate or shape things into a way of being, and tonight we're going to just allow it to be. However long the inhalations are, is the length they are. However long the exhalations are, is the length of your exhalations this evening. It might be exactly the same from round to round. It might differ. The practice for this evening is that you're staying with the attention and that you're counting. If you find that the inhalation wants to lengthen, let it lengthen. And then if the exhalation wants to lengthen, let it lengthen. We're not forcing, we're not straining the breath. We're observing. observing what the breath, what the body has to reveal. Just letting it be. Lovely. You're doing 2 more rounds in your own time, enjoying the stillness, the rhythm that you're creating. And then after those 2 breaths, allow a natural rhythm to return. And then without disturbing yourself too much, you can start to make yourself comfortable for relaxation. So if you just want to slip down onto your mat, you can do so. If you need to switch off the light or anything like that, you can do that, grabbing a bolster, a blanket, whatever is needed. And then as you make yourself comfortable on your mat, you can allow your eyes to close and you can allow your head to loll a little from side to side, just releasing any tension from the back of the neck. And then bring your head back to the center. Make a tight fist of your hands, reach your hands down towards your feet, take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax and release, soften your arms, soften your hands, and relax your fingers. Flex the feet, tighten the thighs, tighten the buttocks, squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And then as you exhale, relax and release, softening the buttocks, softening the legs, relaxing the feet. Allow the heels to be turned in and the toes to flop out to the sides, so that the inner aspects of your legs can relax. Inhale deeply and notice how the belly rises. And then sigh the air out, letting the breath go. Doing that again, inhale deeply, notice how the belly rises. And then sigh the air out. Last time, inhale deeply, fully breathing into your whole being. And exhale, allow your whole body to relax and to release. I'm going to continue following the movement of the breath. So as you inhale, feel how the air enters the nostrils. Feel the energy, the breath moving into the face and the head. And with each exhalation, allow your face and allow your head to relax and to release. Inhale and follow the breath down into the throat and into the neck. As you exhale, relax the throat and neck. Inhale and follow the breath down to the top of your chest, into your shoulders. And as you exhale, releasing and relaxing the chest and the shoulders. Inhale and allow the breath to move right down to the base of your lungs, filling the front and the back of the chest. Exhale, allow your whole rib cage to release and to soften. On your next inhalation, feel the breath traveling across the shoulders again, and this time down your arms, past your elbows, right down to your wrists, your hands, right down into the very fingers. And as you exhale, relax and release, softening the arms, the hands, the fingers. Inhale, allow your breath to move down into the abdominal cavity. into all the abdominal organs, glands, and tissues. And with each exhalation, allow that whole lower abdominal area to relax and release. Guide your breath down into your pelvic basin, down into your hips. As you exhale, relax the pelvis, relax. Allow your breath to travel down your legs, down your thighs, past your knees, down the shins, the calves, through the ankles, right down to the soles of your feet and the very tips of your toes. The breath flowing easily, lightly, steadily. With each exhalation, relaxing the upper legs, knees, the lower legs, ankles, feet, and each of your toes. Inhale deeply into your whole being and imagine your whole being just gently expanding. And as you exhale, releasing and relaxing. Inhaling, feel as if you're able to expand past your physical boundaries into the space alongside you, outside of you. And as you exhale, you're returning back to your center point, midline. Continue to breathe with or to the pulsation of the universe. Enjoying that sense of expanding, growing, moving into the realm of possibility with each of the inhalations. And with each of the exhalations, returning home back to that feeling of being nurtured, stable, secure. Following the breath with the pulsation. From one way of being to another. Playing with the two dualities. Lovely. And then just gently drawing your attention back to the present moment. Your physical body resting on the mat again. Becoming aware of the sounds within the room you're in, the sounds around you. Becoming aware of your breath as you start to breathe a little more deeply now. Noticing the rise and the fall of the chest, and then moving the thumbs along your fingertips, waking up your hands and wiggling your toes, waking up your feet. When you're in, you can stretch your arms up, yawning. If you want to, stretching diagonally through the body, right arm and left arm and right leg. Arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in, and then slowly letting go. When you're ready, you can bring your knees up to your chest, give them a good squeeze. If you need to rock a little from side to side, go ahead and do so. Eventually, you just roll all the way onto your right side, staying there for a moment. Taking a breath in and out. And then when you're ready, place your left hand onto the mat in front of you, and you can push yourself all the way up into a seated position. And coming into whichever seated position feels comfortable. Taking a moment again to feel the sitting bones in contact with the crown of the head, with the sky, and the heavens above. Bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And as always, take a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And with those 3 things in mind, gently lower the forehead in the direction of your fingertips. Take a moment to acknowledge the amazing, awesome, beautiful being that you are, and for having taken time this evening to be present and to give yourself the present of creating space within you. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and you can lift your gaze. Namaste, and have an awesome evening, and thank you very much for joining me. There we go. Let's press stop. Find it. Great. Oh no, that was start video. That's the wrong one.